Hi, if you're searching on Google that what is notice under section 142.1 and you're not getting any relevant answers, so let me give you answer on in this video. What is this notice, income tax notice under section 142.1, and what is the purpose of issuing notice and how to handle such kind of notices. So hi, I am CA Arun Tiwari. I am a tax litigation expert. Basically from 7 years I am handling the income tax and GST related notices, and I have filed some appeals also. So hope I qualify to answer this question. Now what is income tax notice under section 142.1? So you can search on Google also, but I will tell you in simple terms. Generally the 142.1 notice, section 142.1, that is issued when the income tax officer is not happy with your income tax return. If you have filed return, or if you have not filed the return, then of course this notice is issued to file your income tax return. So there are two situations under which section 142 is used. Situation 1, where you have not filed the return but income tax officer feels that you qualify to file the income tax return, but maybe purposely, maybe you forget to file the return. So he has issued this notice, and in this notice you have to first file the proper income tax return. In second situation, you have filed the income tax return, but the income tax return is not complete. There is something missing as per income tax officer, and now he want all the information, all the documents on the basis of which you have filed the income tax return to check whether your return is proper or some income has not missed out, some income has not been evaded. So if you got this notice, should you worried about that? Yes. Because generally see, income tax department doesn't going to issue notice for anything. They got something serious where they feel at least more than 1 lakh rupees of income they can add in your income tax. That means they got something substantial. Okay, so the first important part, you have to check the reason for notice, and once you file your, if you have not filed the return should be properly filed after checking all the details, so that if suppose by mistake you forget to file the return, at least once you got the opportunity to file return, you should file a proper return, so that after that the income tax department should not come back to you and levy some kind of penalty. For the second situation, if you have already filed the return and still you feel something missing, then in that case again you have to do all computation. That means you have to submit all your bank statements and everything, and properly you have to prepare one return. You don't have to file, but you have to prepare a return, and you have to compare this return with your old return and see something has missed out. Maybe your dividend, maybe some interest income, maybe some shares you sold, maybe some property you sold but you forget to mention. So these are basically the reasons why you receive the income tax notice under section 142. Now what to do after that? As I told you, in the two situation, if the return is not filed, file a proper return, take a professional help. Yes, they will charge something, but they will ensure that the notice, the return is filed properly, because you understand you're already under scanner of income tax department. Now if you're going to file anything, then of course they're going to levy penalty on you, and penalty is going to be very huge. Okay, it's not a joke. Second important part, if you file the return and something missing, again, because most of people file their return themselves, even salaried people file their return themselves. If you're a small taxpayer, you generally file return yourself. So it's okay to file return yourself, but sometime in some year what happens, some special income happens, or some special kind of transaction has been done. For example, you sold some houses or some shares has been sold, and because it is new thing for you, so you might have missed out that. So in that situation, I will recommend that you approach somebody who know how to handle notice. For example, we are doing this from quite some time, and sometime we see that there is a you can say problem in the way the notice has been prepared. So we basically prepare return properly and file it, and most of cases that the things resolve. In some cases, when the return is filed but something is missing, we basically prepare all documents and again prepare return and submit that, and then if there is some additional tax liability, we pay, and the income tax department, income tax officer is happy, he is not going to penalize you unnecessary. So this is how you have to approach. So if you feel that if you got this kind of notice and you need some professional consulting, you can approach us. If the simple question, you can put in the comment section, but if you have some personal question, don't put your personal data here, personal PAN card and anything on the YouTube comment section. It's a public, you can say, area. So you can send an email on our mail ID, which is provided in the description box. Apart from that, If something specific you have to ask, of course we are going to charge some fees, which you definitely we will adjust against the final fee. So basically, if you're just seeking for consulting, you can start here with. Okay, so that's, hope I have answered most of the question, and it is not very complicated if you follow some professional you can say firm or professional a person who has experience in handling income tax notices. It can be easily resolved. Don't try to do it yourself. Lots of people will again try to do it yourself, and understand, once you submit something, it is all documents on record, and later you cannot say it is submitted by mistake. Okay, because once the proceeding is started, it is same like a judicial proceeding, so you cannot submit anything in front of a court or in front of a judge. Same way, income tax officer also has a semi judicial power. Okay, so if you submit anything and you found that it's wrong, it's you can say a kind of you're trying to evade something, the penalty they can put it, and I will tell you about the penalty, which is under section 271C, which is very severe. Okay, so nothing to worry. Yes, sometimes we miss out something, but this is a chance to rectify, and you should do it with the help of some professional who are dealing in this. So that's all in this video. Hope you have got this clarity about these notices, and you will take the next step as you wish. If you want to come contact us, of course the number of contact person is also provided in the description. So that's all in this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.